Hello, this is Daniel Leon. Daniel Leon's wrestling sports and talk, or sports and wrestling talk. Excuse me. And so long, I forgot the name of my channel, and then which would also be the name of this blog. Okay, I just want to talk from the heart and just say that there's anybody that watches the videos of wrestling news on here knows that there is somebody was just arrested for having a steroid ring, and I don't believe for a second that Roman Reigns is guilty of it. When I read Luther Reigns, that I believe, and I really don't know what to think about Braun Strowman winning that tournament, that battle royal the other night. All I know is that whoever they might put with him, it would be interesting because he's a monster among men, and anybody that knows anything about monsters knows they can't be managed. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what they do between now and April 8th. I don't want to talk about I thought about talking about some of the things I had read, like tweets, like some of the tweets I've read, but I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about something that actually has to do with the companies I watch. I started watching Impact Wrestling's latest one night only pay per view, and that I think is great because they bring so many people from other promotions that they're in partnership with that we start to see newer people, and I love that. It kind of reminds me of the old territory days. And I know that's just 2.5 minutes, but I was just doing this to see how many people would watch this. And I want to say thank y'all to everybody who's watching right now. Let me see what else I can talk about. Oh yeah, I don't know yet. There are people who follow me on Twitter at journalist hope. I don't know what a format could be about that Mr. Glenn Moore will help me with. I just know it's gonna take 2 weeks plus a few days because he hasn't gotten the equipment in yet. But he's gonna get it possibly in a few days. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just practicing to see how to talk the right way or what to talk about. And no, I might talk about sports on my new show, but that doesn't mean I can't practice on here. Okay. NCAA March Madness basketball. It's been great. Last night, the only thing that was scary was that guy when he fell on his head, literally on his face. He flipped himself because of the momentum of his body, and he almost hurt his neck. Outside of that, everything else I saw was great. It was fantastic. That's why I could see why so many of them go into the NBA, and so many of them end up becoming champions. Even if it's just by one time, a lot of them go into the playoffs, and that's as big as winning the title itself. And a lot of people, it kind of reminds me the way wrestling fans are with people not winning a title. It kind of reminds me the way people are with sports. Kind of reminds me of the same thing. If a person wins a title at least one time, I think it's awesome. And I feel the same way in basketball. If a team wins at least one title, then that it's good because they have they have accomplished the biggest goal in every season is to win the title. So, the Pelicans might be going back to the playoffs in the way they've been playing, and with their win-loss record, the way it's been lately. And, that's something I would like to see. Every time they would go to the playoffs, New Orleans, that is, they would never go past the fourth, at least the second or third round, if not the fourth round. So that's why I hope they go farther than just the second or third round, because the way they've been playing, they might be good enough to go to the finals, and that's something I would like to see. All right, it's almost 6 minutes, and I did not write any of this out. It was just something I decided to talk about. So I'll just talk about the NFL. The NFL. Well, I've been watching NFL with my parents on and off, and just the past few years is when I've really watched it. Most of my life, I've just watched the end of the games, but now, being that I actually found a team I want to follow, I've been watching them. But with the protesting and everything that Colin Kaepernick started, and just the disrespect that I feel that brings, I might go over and watch Vince McMahon's XFL next season. But being that I do like the Steelers, I will keep up with the sport. I just may not watch it as much because the disrespect they show the anthem just really upsets me. However, what I'm looking for is how we lost at least one player to another team, and Ryan Shazier has a spinal cord problem. And if he was to retire, I wouldn't blame him. It's gonna be difficult to find somebody as good as him, at least from what I'm understanding. And I just hope that they don't lose business. They not fail. Hope that they have enough business sense to learn not to cave into the liberal media. And okay, now I think I've spoken enough. One more thing is about baseball. I always look forward to baseball season, and from my heart, the reason I look forward to it is because my cousins used to play baseball, and I think my dad's youngest nephew's sons play baseball, and so I always enjoyed watching it. And now that I'm watching professional baseball, instead of just watching the playoffs, I watch the full season if I can, and I'm looking forward to that. And I'm just going to speak about baseball on here. If I have a 5-minute time limit on every sport I cover on my show, if that would be in any way, shape, or form the format that's used, I'm going to spend time that I could not use to talk about the rest of the sports on here, along with what I want to talk about. So thank y'all, and I hope that y'all respond to what I'm saying, and I hope that y'all that I've been speaking through this microphone the whole time. And please respond to everything I'm saying. That way y'all can tell me what y'all think. Thank y'all, and bye.